Hey there! You may have noticed that things just seem to be getting more and more pricey these days. From your morning coffee to your monthly rent, it feels like everything is becoming more expensive. But have you ever stopped to wonder why this is happening? Well, let's see. Hi there! Welcome to Luxio, the place where we motivate and inspire future billionaires like you. In this video, we'll dive into 10 reasons why everything is costing more and more and see what impact it's having on our daily lives. So, let's take a closer look and see what's driving up the prices. Number 1. Hoarding. Hoarding can make things cost more in a few ways. When people hoard goods, they take them off the market, making them less available. This means that demand goes up, but supply goes down, causing prices to rise. Another way hoarding can make things cost more is by creating an uneven market. When hoarders control a big chunk of a product, there's less competition. Suppliers don't have as much reason to lower prices. And hoarding can also raise costs for suppliers who have to spend more to store and transport the goods they have, which can lead to higher prices for everyone else. Number 2. Shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is a sneaky way for companies to make their products seem like they're still the same price, but they're actually not. It's like when you go to the store and buy a can of soda that you're used to seeing in the 12-pack, but all of a sudden, it's only 11 cans for the same price. Or maybe you buy a box of cereal that used to be 20 ounces, but now it's 18 ounces, but still costs the same. It can be frustrating because you feel like you're getting less for your money, and in a way, you are. But companies do this because they can keep the price the same and not turn people away, but still make profit. It's a sneaky way to raise prices without actually raising prices, if that makes sense. So, next time you're at the store, make sure to pay attention to the sizes and quantities of things you're buying. Don't just rely on the price tag. Number 3. Expanded money supply. So when the money supply grows, it means there's more cash floating around, and that can make things more pricey for a few reasons. For starters, more money means more people will be looking to buy stuff, which can drive up demand and prices. And if a lot of money is out there, it can also lead to inflation, which basically means prices for everything are going up across the board. Also, when businesses see that people have more money to spend, they might think, hey, let's raise our prices. They might see the increased demand as a chance to make more cash, and that can contribute to prices going up too. It's also important to note that the expanded money supply can make the value of money go down. When there's a lot of money around, people might not feel the need to save as much and will be more likely to spend more freely, which can also drive up prices. Number 4. Increasing salaries. So when salaries go up, employers have to pay their employees more. This means the company's costs go up, and they might have to raise the prices of the stuff they sell to make up for it. For instance, if a restaurant has to pay its workers more, they might raise the menu prices to cover the extra costs. When workers make more money, they tend to spend more, which can drive up inflation. This makes all goods and services cost more. It's like a vicious cycle. Workers want more money to keep up with rising costs, so prices go up, which means workers need more money, and so on. Another factor is that companies might have to offer raises to other employees to stay competitive in the job market and keep their best workers. This can lead to a domino effect where companies across various industries have to raise salaries, which means they have to raise their prices and so on. Number 5. Government regulation. When the government sets rules and regulations, it can make things cost more money. Let's say the government wants companies to use eco-friendly materials in their products. These materials might be a little more expensive than the normal ones, so the cost of the product goes up. Another way regulations can cause things to cost more is through taxes and fees. The government can add taxes to certain goods or services, and the business has to pay those taxes. So they might raise their prices to cover the cost. And sometimes, businesses might need to buy new equipment or change the way they do things to follow the government's rules. This can add to the cost of doing business, which means the price of the product goes up for us, the consumers. Number 6, national debt. When a country has a lot of national debt, it often means the government has to spend more money on paying back loans and interest. To pay for all this, they might have to raise taxes, which then makes everything from groceries to gas more expensive for us. Also, if investors start to doubt a country's ability to pay back their national debt, they might charge higher interest rates for loans and bonds. This means that businesses have to pay more for loans, and they might pass on those extra costs to us in the form of higher prices. A high national debt can also affect a country's currency and make it worth less compared to other currencies. This means that things we import, like electronics or clothes, might become more expensive because they're priced in a different currency. Number 7, inflation. Have you ever noticed that the things you used to buy for $5 or $10 are now costing more? Like a bag of chips or a movie ticket. That's because of inflation. Inflation means that the cost of everything is going up. So the money you have today won't be worth as much tomorrow. It's like your money is losing its power to buy things, and you need more of it to buy the same stuff. That's why things are getting more expensive, and it feels like you can't stretch your money as far as you used to. Number 8, demand pull. Demand pull inflation happens when the demand for goods and services exceeds the supply. So, prices increase. When there is a strong demand for a product, businesses can increase the price to maximize their profits. What happens is a general rise in the cost of living, as the prices of other goods and services also tend to go up in response to the increase in the cost of production. This can make things more expensive and reduce purchasing power and affect the overall economy. Number 9, cost push. Cost push inflation happens when the cost to make things goes up. Think raw materials, labor, energy, etc. Businesses have to raise their prices to keep making money, which makes the things we buy more expensive. It's like a chain reaction. When prices go up, we have less money to spend on other stuff. So, demand goes down and businesses have to raise prices even more. It can be caused by a lot of things, like a bump in wage costs, shortage of supplies, or even things like natural disasters and political changes. And let's not forget, it affects both us and businesses. We're paying more, and businesses are dealing with less demand and higher costs. Not a great combo. Number 10, exchange rates. You go to a store to buy a bag of chips, but suddenly, you realize that the price has gone up. Why did that happen? It could be because of something called exchange rates. Exchange rates are like a comparison of different currencies, like the value of a dollar compared to a euro. When one currency becomes weaker compared to another, it becomes more expensive to buy things from that other country. So, if you want to buy chips from a company in Europe, but the value of the euro is stronger than the dollar, you'll have to spend more dollars to get the same bag of chips. And there you have it. These are the reasons why everything is more expensive these days. Remember, the cost of living is constantly changing. So, it's important to stay informed and plan accordingly. Keep an eye on inflation rates and make adjustments to your budget as needed. You can also look for ways to cut costs, such as finding deals, using coupons, and finding alternative, more affordable products. With a little effort and smart planning, you can make the most of your money. We hope you learned a lot from this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always updated with our latest videos. See you later!